Hi. I'm gonna set you down because I have a lot of things I need to gather currently, but I wanted to address something really fast. I don't know what it is about men on Facebook who don't believe me that I travel by myself on two wheels because who takes the photos? Just wanted to remind you guys that these things called tripods exist. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick you on a little tripod right now and go ahead and set you up. You can't tell, it's been irking me. All right. Ugh. You're a little crooked, but hands free, Mom. All right. I missed you guys. Actually, what is it? I have a point to this video, and I will talk about the things that I probably used in the title or thumbnail, but I might not, because at this point, I don't know what my title and thumbnail is going to be for this video, because you guys don't click if you don't think that the video is going to be what you think it's going to be, and I don't know what it's going to be, so I'm just winging it, okay? But it's January 31st, 2025. I have not ridden a motorcycle since December 14th, maybe. I have not ridden my motorcycles since mid-November. So this is the key to my Road Glide, key to my Pan America, key to my BMW, and the key to my Dyna. So what I need to do is put all of these in my pocket, and for the first time in over 2 months, go take a look at my bikes, because I have some things I need to focus on and sit down and think about. So let me go ahead and put my jacket on. And let's go outside. The good news is it is literally starting to warm up a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, feels pretty good outside right now. Unfortunately, it's raining, as you can tell by the wet ground. It's not actively raining. But the good news is it's warming up, and with the rain, that means we are getting rid of some of the salt out on the roads. The bad news is it's all gonna freeze again tomorrow, but the snow is officially melting. We have had snow here in Ohio for a solid month, and that's pretty rare. I've said it with you guys a couple times. I'm gonna squat you down. I've said it a couple times on the channel that Ohio is kind of one of those places where you can ride year round. I usually do ride year round. Ooh, where are you going? Eyes are up here. But this year has not been like that. It has been it's been like a traditional winter, honestly. And that's been wonderful and great. I hate winter, so I have not been enjoying my time. And as you can see, I still have my toy hauler camper back there. My husband and I decided not to snowbird this year because last year just kind of didn't go the way we expected. And it's very expensive to snowbird. I think that's why a lot of retired people do it, because at that point in your life, you probably have your mortgage paid off, and then you can't afford kind of the toys and the fun to travel somewhere warmer and pay for the accommodations. It's loud out here. So my husband and I are not retired. We are in our mid to late 30s, and it was very expensive to try to accommodate snowbirding for the sake of riding motorcycles year round. So we are still living in Ohio. I got real distracted by that whole conversation, but I'm gonna go ahead and open the garage door and take a look at the motorcycles. It's actually not too humid in there. Happy to see that. Let's see if I can get some light. Okay, introduce you to the girls if you don't remember. This is my 2024 Pan America Stevie, my 2024 Road Glide Eve. Back here I have my 2009 Harley Davidson Dyna Knox, and then back there is my 2022 BMW R18B. That's Dolly. So the whole point of me coming out here right now is the fact that I know it's the end of January. Like I said, it's January 31st, but I have yet to ride any of these bikes in the year of 2025. And the one thing I'm going to attempt to do for the first time honestly, and since I've been riding, is I'm trying to actually document the miles that I do this year. And it's not because I get to brag. It's not because I want to be better than anyone else. It's strictly because you guys ask me how many miles I do at the end of every single year, and I never have an answer for you. I always have like a roundabout answer or a rough estimate, but I don't actually know off the top of my head or for facts. Like, I don't track my miles. And this year I want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at every single odometer and write it down in my phone so that I know what we're starting at and take you guys with me. Back off the tripod. And let me just show you this tripod real fast. This is the tripod. It's kind of hard to see because it's messy, but do you see how tall that thing is? Not sponsored, but if you guys are interested, this tripod is probably one of the best, come on, go down, the best purchases I have ever made. Let me go ahead and close it all up. So it collapses all onto itself. It has a little remote controller here, so you can take Bluetooth photos, take photos like with your cell phone. It'll hold your cell phone, this little contraption here, and then this little screw at the top, I put other cameras on. So it's small. It still fit very easily in my saddlebag. I'll show you. Saddlebag, loud tripod. And I think I paid 20 bucks for it. I'll have this link down below so you can take it with you on your motorcycle trips and get cool photos like these ones. Every single one of those pictures was taken with a tripod. See what the Road Glide is sitting at. Looks like we are at 10,949 miles. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down really fast. I have it in my notes here. I have my Road Glide, Pan Am, BMW, and Dyna. So the Road Glide, what did I say? 10,949. And then, of course, at the end of the year, we will recalculate all of this up. So let's go ahead and shut the bike back off. Turning on the ignition because I don't know how else to do it. Okay, odometer, 4,701. I don't remember that. I thought I had a little over 5,000. So 4,701. Awesome, cool. All right, let's shut her off. Now I gotta uncover Dolly Girl. And if you don't know why I named this motorcycle the way I named this motorcycle, her name is Dolly because she's got big jugs. See if she turns on too. All of these bikes have been on battery tenders this entire winter. So, service overdue. Oh no! Alright. You also need to get me a new reverse gear. 5,610 miles. So, go ahead and put that in. BMW is 5,600 and... Wait, what did I say? 610? Okay, that's not how you write 610. Cool. Alright. Shut her off. And then the Dyna, my fave, I don't have to turn her on. She's old school, baby. 34,160 miles. Pretty girl. 60. All right, we have it. Go ahead and put you back on the sorcery tripod. I'm sorry, dude. I'm literally just making fun of people on Facebook right now because they have been testing the limits of my patience. Every time I have to read the classic Facebook comments, I lose brain cells. I do have a couple things that I haven't talked to you guys about. Get over here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have worn a microphone. I'm a little too lazy for that. But as I mentioned when I opened this video up, candid, in my garage, real life stuff, no smoke and mirrors, but I have not been able to ride since November because we've had a very traditional winter this year. As you can see, for those of you who say get a snowmobile and go have fun, no. I have zero desire to be on a snowmobile, and we don't get that much snow. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Ohio doesn't get the accumulation that other places with winter get. Well, at least not in central Ohio. We don't have the lake effect down here. So, haven't been able to ride. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be real with you guys. It has been a very not happy winter, but I am going to confidently tell you that I am much more happy being depressed at home than depressed in Florida living in a camper, if that makes any sense. Oh, the geese are coming back. Oh my God. I told you it's warming up. And then I have my local murder out here calling at me. But anyway, trying to stick to the subject. Like I said, I did not get a microphone, so I'm sorry about the background noise. This is real life. Yeah, it's been a really rough winter. I haven't even come outside to look at my motorcycles, and it has been killing me. But I do want to let you guys know that I did get like some things for Christmas time. You know, that's how I kind of deal with winter, is I like to buy things for my bike, do research for my motorcycles, plan my trips, as well as order the merchandise and the gear and stuff that I'm going to need for the upcoming riding season back around, like, you know, Black Friday time and after Christmas sales and stuff like that. So I actually do have some goodies here that I plan on putting on my bikes here soon, because I don't know if I've told you. I think I've told you about one official trip. But not a lot of people watch that video, so I don't know if you guys have actually seen what I'm talking about. But this year, for me personally, I am focusing on solo travel. And those of you who know me, and I don't have to explain this to you, but there are those of you who watch and you know that I am a happily married woman, and it really just pisses you the fuck off that I like to take solo trips by myself and not bring my husband. And at the end of the day, I actually do not owe anyone any explanation whatsoever. My husband and I are going on 19 years together. We are not some young, stupid puppy love people that can't be separated for more than a week. We are very, very secure and in love and happy in our relationship. We are childless by choice. We own the toys that we own because this is the life we want to live. So, for any of you thinking that I'm a mean wife, that I purposely don't bring my husband with me because I'm selfish or that I'm cheating, I've had him show me messages that people have sent him trying to say that I'm out cheating on him. And it's just horrific, and it's projecting your own insecurity. So for those people who say stuff like that, I just want to let you know there is never, ever anything that my husband has wanted to do that I have told him no. And there has never been anything that he has not been invited to, unless it's like a friend's birthday party or something that it's girls only. You know, like, my husband is a grown man. He makes his own decisions. He does what he wants to do. And he is not a road warrior like I am, if that makes any sense. My husband is very content in the hobbies that he has and the passions that he has, and the fact that he and I get to do motorcycle things together is wonderful, but that doesn't mean we do every motorcycle thing together. So that is something that I'm really excited to work on this year by myself. Is I'm very excited to get back out and explore and travel and be alone in my mind, in my helmet, on my bike, and get to enjoy what motorcycling brings, what motorcycling means to me. So this year, I've actually already turned down a lot of opportunities, I guess you could say. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that people who make social media stuff like I do, we get invited to rallies, events, we test out new bikes. We get to do a lot of really cool things, and I love it, dude. Like, it is definitely the highlight of the job. You work at a job and you get like an employee discount and it rocks, or you get to go to amusement parks once a year and it rocks. Like, the perks of doing what I do are exponential, and I will never lie to you guys about that. Yeah, it is work. I can't, like, I'm not just waking up hungover and being like, okay, let's go. Like, it is work. So I'm not taking it for granted, but I did already turn down quite a few opportunities that were presented to me this year, because this year I am focusing on me. I am focusing on two-wheeled travel, I'm focusing on storytelling, and I'm focusing on getting the lower 48 states that I have never ridden to checked off my bucket list. So that is right. I'm taking very, very long road trips this year, solo. That doesn't mean I'm going to be alone every single day. That doesn't mean like my husband can't fly out and meet me certain places. That doesn't mean I'm not going to show up to a certain rally. But I am going to be on the road for a very large chunk of this riding season. And the first of those trips, I plan on taking an international tour around the Great Lakes. I have never actually been up into Canada. Hopefully the world doesn't go to shit and they shut the border down on me, because that would suck, because I really want to see Niagara Falls from the Canadian side. But I am planning on starting that road trip as soon as the riding season gets, you know, pliant and malleable. I know the Canadian provinces are a bit more susceptible to winter longer than we are, obviously, but I am very excited on that trip, and I do plan on taking my Pan America with me when I do the Great Lakes tour. And then the one tour that I haven't announced to you guys yet, I guess I'll do it in this video, I'm planning my first official cross-country road trip. And yes, I have ridden across the country before, but I have never ridden like a literal coast to coast. Or when I ride cross country, I usually always just come back home and I stop in Ohio, which doesn't mean I get all the way back over to the coast. So in this tour coming up, I am planning on leaving Ohio. So loud. So for this tour, I do plan on leaving my home in Ohio in the quote-unquote Midwest of the country and heading up into New England. There are certain places in New England I have never been to, and then doing a very traditional cross-country motorcycle trip to knock off the remaining lower 48 states. So for me personally, that is states that I have never ridden a motorcycle in. If I've visited there in a car or on an airplane, that's a state that I need to visit again on two wheels. So basically for me is the Northeast, well for you guys inverted, it's the Northeast, and the Pacific Northwest. So I'm very, very, very excited about that trip because those are two parts of the country that I know are gonna blow my mind, and I'm very, very excited to visit those. So my traditional cross-country tour is going to be done on my road glide for obvious reasons. So I got a couple more things that I'm going to be adding to the motorcycles before then, and obviously I'll be doing some more prep with you guys over the next coming months to get ready for that. But I'm really excited. I can't stop thinking about that. I have been working on my itinerary, and I want to say something right now. And I know there are going to be the people that get offended by this, but I'm sorry. I know that a lot of you are like, hey, if you come over to Indiana, let me know. I'll show you around, blah, blah, blah. That will not be happening on this tour. This is not a big convoy type of tour. If I do make any public appearances, I will obviously let you know as soon as possible. I do think I will be going back to the Harley Davidson homecoming rally again this year. That is not officially set in stone, but there is a possibility that I will be doing some dealer meetups and meet and greets for that event, but it's not official right now. You know, we're still in January. So I just wanted to let you know that if you do happen to see me on the road, say hi. That's totally fine. That's normal. But I will not be going out of my way to meet up with anybody. It's a safety issue. Second of all, I never post about where I am in real time. It's also a very big safety issue. Dude, the internet's scary, especially for women traveling alone. Not saying it's not scary for men, but it is extra scary for women traveling alone. So please understand that. And if you can share this video online, it'll really help get the word across. I am just a normal person. So yeah, I'm excited. But anyway, a couple of the things that I got this year I'm really excited about. Saddleman actually sent this to me. I'm pumped. If you don't know, I run Saddleman seats on all of my motorcycles except my BMW because that's a custom 100-year anniversary seat. So I didn't want to put the Saddleman on that. But this is a sissy bar, it's a passenger backrest that matches the stitching of my road sofa. I'll show you that. But I'm excited to put this on my sissy bar. I do love running a sissy bar and a luggage rack instead of just having the tour pack all the time because I personally get to pack more. But for the cross-country trip, I am entertaining the idea of putting the tour pack on. So I just like that you can lock it easily and leave stuff in there. I also did get myself some updated hand grips. These are the heated, what are they called again? The Switchback Collection heated grips from Harley Davidson. When I bought this road glide exactly a year ago, I cannot believe it's been a year. That was a company-owned vehicle. That was a press bike. This bike has never been like a real in-production motorcycle. One goose got left behind. That would be mean. Anyway, the bike that I had, well, it is this bike, but we were riding across the country in like not sub-zero, but freezing temperatures, and it didn't come stock with heated grips. So I asked Harley when I got I got some parts put on it for my trip. I asked Harley if I could have heated grips for it, just because I know what it's like to ride in cold temperatures, and it fucking sucks. So the only heated grips they had available at the time for the new model year 24s was the, I'll insert a video here, but it's the black and orange heated grips. And the orange just really didn't go with the aesthetic of the bike. There is literally no other orange except for like on the reflectors, but it's not my thing. I don't like color, honestly. So I immediately, as soon as I saw these plain black heated grips come out, I snatched them up immediately. So I'll be putting these on the bike. Honestly, some of the other things that I've been wanting to do since I bought the bike is add a little bit more power. I did get myself the Screamin' Eagle Harley Davidson intake. And let me tell you right now, the reason that I'm keeping this bike as close to stock as possible isn't because there aren't, you know, better options out there. I'm very, very well aware of that. But for me and the type of riding that I personally want to do, I like to do things that I just know 100% without a doubt are going to be covered under warranty. These bikes are not cheap, and I'm not a person that prioritizes power and performance. For me, like, I just really want to have a vehicle that does what I need it to do. So I did get the Screamin' Eagle intake, and then on top of the intake, I have the tuner for it, so it'll be the covered by warranty tune. Although I don't know, you guys are gonna have to fact check me. I do believe Harley Davidson, maybe that's just for their race team, I'm not sure, so please God leave a comment down below. But I think I saw something that Harley Davidson is now partnering with DynoJet, so I don't know if DynoJet tunes are going to be covered under warranty in the future. Leave a comment, let me know. You can't even see it, so I'm not gonna put it up in your face, but I also got the Screamin' Eagle torque cam. And I'm very, very excited about that because some of the parts I currently run on my motorcycle would absolutely flourish with these very small but easy improvements. So those are my little goodies that I have to put on the bike. As for the Pan America, these are all for my Road Glide, but as for the Pan America, I'm gonna basically be leaving that bike stock. Everything is perfect on that bike, and let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room, I guess you can say, is Harley Davidson just dropped, obviously, their new, their new paint colors and stuff, and of course they dropped the Pan America ST. So I obviously own a Pan America Special. It's still the first generation, but it's a model year 2024, so it's a mid-year refresh, so it does have a few different things that are upgraded and just different than the previous generations. So I wanted to talk about the Pan America ST and whether or not I have buyer's remorse for getting the adventure version of that bike. And 100% no buyer's remorse. I was very excited to see Harley release the ST model of this bike because this bike does rip. It rips. It wants to be a race bike. Like, this engine, yeah, I know it doesn't sound the best, God, but it moves and it's fun. So I love that they did make the ST version of this motorcycle. I wouldn't buy it for that. I feel like obviously right now I needed the Pan America to be what it is for my purposes. So it's the adventure bike. I still have the center stand. I still have all the engine guards. I still have the 19-inch front wheel. I love that it's tubeless tires, it's faux spokes, and it's just a touring machine that I personally need that's going to take me the distance and get me to destinations that I wouldn't be able to get to comfortably on this big girl. So do I think they're going to sell that ST? I actually do. I think Harley is hitting their market with the performance cruisers, the performance baggers, and just performance bikes in general. And sport bike people are going to argue with me or you until they're blue in the face and say that these bikes are slow and blah, blah, blah. And like, babe, that's fine. It's okay. I'm not buying a couch for speed, okay? The fact that I can go over 100 miles an hour with the flip of a wrist on a 900-pound bike is sick. So stop arguing with me that these bikes don't have horsepower. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This bike does. Stock, right off the assembly line. Do I ride it in sport mode? No. No, 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 no. No. That thing is a wheelie machine. Absolutely not. I'm excited that Harley just dropped that bike. I think they're gonna sell great. Do I like that it's the same price? No. I hate that. I literally couldn't figure out why it was different, if I'm being honest. When I was looking at the photos side by side of the ST compared to like the adventure model, I was like, why does this look so different? And then I realized it's because they stripped it down, obviously, but they didn't change the frame. They literally just took off all the accessories, took off the center stand, and I don't know where they added anything to justify or reflect that price. I guess it is just the same bike, but I don't know. I think it's sexy looking. I think they're gonna sell a lot of it, and I think people are gonna absolutely love riding that bike around the twisties. Yeah, the last time I rode my Road Glide was when we installed the thrash and bars on it, and I've taken it for one test ride since then. So to say I'm getting a little stir crazy and that I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to get the fuck out of my house is an understatement. But it's almost February. By the time you're watching this, it is February, and we are hitting the road again. Maybe not on these bikes, but I do have a couple trips lined up this month that I'm very, very, very excited about. I'm going to try to get those videos out to you as soon as possible, and if I'm going to be candid with you for a second, I'm really excited to take these tours solo with you, storytell. Personally, one of my favorite series I have ever done on this channel is the series called Jess Goes West, where it was my very, 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 very first time traveling by myself farther than one day away from my house, basically. So when I did that trip, I went to Sturgis for the first time in my life, and it was incredible. I rode there by myself. I met up with my friends there, and then I continued on post the rally, and I got to experience Wyoming, Montana, Yellowstone, Beartooth Pass. I rode down into Colorado and explored Colorado, and it was just forever. It's forever burned into my memory, and that was the very first time I got to experience that level of, I don't want to say the wrong word. I would say contentment with myself. I had never felt so right in my own personal being than when I was on that trip. When I was on that trip, I was me. I was nobody else. I wasn't somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's cousin. Like, I was who I needed to be in that moment, and it was the most powerful feeling that I think I've ever had. So that addictiveness and that independence has really been weighing on me since then, and I've just been itching to experience that again. So yeah, I do travel by myself all the time. I prefer it. I love it. I do love meeting up with my friends and meeting up with you guys, but I do not prefer to ride with other people. So I guess that's the one thing I am just super excited for about this year, and something that I do hope comes to fruition. You know, that a lot of YouTubers are the same way. They will not talk about things that are coming in the future, because if they do not come to pass, it's embarrassing, it's devastating, and it leaves you guys disappointed. So I don't want to continue talking about what I'm going to be doing this year. I'm very excited to just get back on these bikes and go do it, you know, show, don't talk about it type of thing. But for the sake of my mental sanity and the sake of just reconnecting with you guys online, I wanted to make this video. So thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. I know over half of you are not subscribed, so it would mean the world to me. We are getting close to 200,000 subscribers. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Until my next one, you be good, ride motorcycles, and I'll catch you later.